The John Birch Society considers communism only one arm of a master conspiracy in which socialist American insiders are plotting to establish world government, saying that former Secretary of State Alexander Haig and CIA Director William Casey are two of these master conspirators who are plotting to establish world government.
There is an elite corps in this country that has dominated American society.
Well, I'm not one of them.
Trilateral Commission.
A Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations.
State Department, I suppose.
Well, let's face it, they've dominated the State Department for 40 years, and pretty much openly.
All right, but what are they trying to do?
Well, their objective is to try to bring about a gradual transition in our society, dissolving of sovereignty, and a moving steadily to the left on the political spectrum.
Well, who are they?
The elitist groups that I mentioned, particularly key individuals and policymakers in the Council
Is
on
the
Foreign
International
Relations.
Monetary Fund part of it?
Well, I would say the International Monetary Fund has certainly been set up for the purpose of facilitating that transfer of sovereignty and transfer of wealth. That you are looking at a group that has worked to bring about a dissolution of national sovereignties on the road to world government. You're familiar with the local professor Carroll Quigley. He admitted all this, and he said in his book, Tragedy and Hope, the only thing I disagree is that we've worked to keep it a secret.
A conspiracy to promote communism?
He didn't use the word conspiracy. He said the objective was to bring about... Let me finish. I'll tell you. He said that the objective, the secret policy, which we can't tell the American public because they're not sophisticated enough to see the value, is that through a steady result of erosion of new deals, we bring the American society steadily to the left. All right. And through a sound concept of benign containment, we merge into the vital center of the socialist left.
NATO is part of the conspiracy?
Well, there are certainly elements in NATO. There are people in NATO who are very strongly dedicated to the defense of the West. But at the same time, you find in NATO a steady dissolution. You find a growing weakness. There's a realization of our citizens that they have a fundamental constitutional right to keep and bear arms as the Constitution allows. One of the major problems of this country is inflation and the problems of the destruction of the dollar.
I've known Bill Casey, the director of CIA, since World War II. As a matter of fact, in World War II, he was my boss. Now, your public relations director, the John Birch Society, says that Bill Casey is a part of this conspiracy.
Well, let's face it, Bill Casey, before he became CIA, one of his big jobs was aiding in the transfer of technology and goods and so forth to the Soviet Union, helping the Kama River Project, the Export-Import Bank. You have people who are part of the elitist structure of this country that have dominated this country openly for 40 years.
I know, but they're not. Is that a conspiracy?
Now, wait a minute. If people quietly working together for evil objective, two or more, that by definition is a conspiracy. Colonel House said that what he envisioned for the world was a world government along socialist lines as envisioned by Karl Marx. This would be a disaster for the American Republic.
Are there any in Congress?
Sure.
The great conspiracy which extends from Bill Casey and Al Haig all the way to communism.
That slogan, get the U.S. out of the UN and the UN out of the U.S., looks better and better every day, doesn't it? Maybe they were ahead of their time on that one.